So Tuesday, which is Tuesday tomorrow. So Tuesday, you're gonna have it just a strict optimization. So the way to think about optimization is actually not to do each questions, to knowing what each question is my relationship is. Because I do know all you guys know how to take a derivative, hopefully. Right? If you know how to take a derivative, the thing is you have to practice is the relationship. How do you build a first primary and secondary relationship? So what you're gonna get on the test, you're gonna get one question. It's probably in building a rectangle within the curve. Okay, that question with semicircle, it was a good question. A rectangle within the curve. So a rectangle, right, within within the how to spell rectangle? G-E-L-G-O-E. Rectangle within a curve, and that curve could be a semicircle, could be a parabola, could be a straight line, could be a some type of cube function or whatever. So that really depends on what the questions give it to you. Do you know how to build a relationship? Second question I'm going to ask you is the least distance from a point with the curve. Okay, smallest distance, right? The least distance, sorry. The least distance between a point and the curve. Okay. The third one is going to be the cost one. And this is an actual application to the real world situation. So the cost of building a box. We're not making something too complex. We're just building a box. Okay. Cost of building a box.
Can you give us another example problem of that one?
Yeah, I'll give it to you in a second. And pretty much you look at your old homework, there was another question that is like that. You want to build the cost equations. So the cost of building a box, or finding the biggest box, depending on what it's the first day. First day that we have a piece of paper, and we want to build a biggest box. That one should be pretty easy. That one's gonna be like your easiest question. So build a biggest box, right? Build a BUILD, a biggest box based on what? Based on the cutoff, right? You probably have a pig pen situation. A pig pen situation is probably like you're gonna have a river, and I'm gonna build a separate, like maybe 3 or 2 things on the river. You don't need the fence. Well, we assume pig doesn't know how to swim. So we are just gonna build this kind of fence, and we want to say how do you maximize the areas, right? Maximize areas with a certain amount of fence, or either way around. So you are probably gonna see that. The sixth one is gonna be a surprise. I cannot tell you what is it, but no, you cannot. And when you see heart problem, he have low blood sugar. No, darn. Okay, the surprises is you're gonna have to it has something to do with farming.
Farming?
Farming. Yeah, it would be better if I say nothing actually, because that's becoming more vague as before. No, it's not a big pain question. It's not an optimization question. That's the only thing I can give it to you. It's an optimization question.
I thought you said it's not. I'm like, he's just gonna ask us farm animals?
Yeah, no, it's actually not farming animal. It's something about farming a vegetable.
Rice, come on, rice. How much rice he can grow? He doesn't know what that means.
Rice isn't a vegetable.
What's the most
You stupid. Rice is not a vegetable.
I'm getting at the racist joke of
It's a
rice. Come on, guys. I'm disappointed.
All right. So you are gonna have a rectangle curve. You have a least distance. You have cost of building a box. And those are a very, very straightforward question. They're not something very, very difficult. You have a pick pen questions. And then you have a surprise question. And surprise question is based on, that one's gonna be kind of intuitive. Either people who can get it, they can get it, or people just don't get it at all. They don't know how to start, and that's why I say it's surprise. But a lot of time on AP exam, it's gonna be surprise. You gotta be able to handle what is throwing at you. So that question is gonna be completely different than a lot of question will give. Yes,
Wait, so is there only 6 questions?
probably 6 or 7. I don't remember. Yeah, you want it more? I can give you more.
No, less.
Okay.
Just do the only surprise question. Just as the whole quiz.
No.
Not, are you crazy? 100 or nothing.
You want to do it?
Please no.
You want to do it? I don't mind.
Okay, if you do it, then you have to tell us what it is.
No, I cannot tell you what is. If I told you what is, it won't be fair.
Only Bobby.
It's not going to be fair if we do a single question that we don't know how to do.
Yeah, so you want to take that risk? That's your problem. It's not my problem.
Let Bobby do it. Only
Yeah.
Only Bobby.
Bobby. So if I fail for the diabetes on any of the other tests.
Yeah, sure. All right, so let's go back to review that worksheet and which question that is going to be relevant to that. So let's go to BC. So we're going to look at optimization. So definitely number 3, right? This one's definitely number 3. It could be number 4 too. So number 3 and number 4 is a fair game. Oh, you do have a mathematical constraint. Sorry, you do have one of the questions here between 5 to 7. So mathematical constraint. Let me write it down. So 7, a mathematical constraint. Okay, so which one is that? That's right here. Okay, you do have mathematical constraint. You're not gonna have a bending a wire. Those are kind of intense, so we're not gonna deal with that. You are gonna have a distance from a function, and there's a pick pen questions right here. You're not gonna have a Norman window on this one, and the cost one. So we're gonna find you one that related to cost. So let's go back and look at the cost one. So wait, where's the cost one?
Number 14.
Huh?
The optimization worksheet. Number 14.
Number 14? No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm gonna look up here. Let's go to, yeah. So a good question is, we talk about number 10. You can do a 14? Yeah. So we already teach you how to do 13. And you can do 14. 15 and 16 are also a cost efficiency. So 16 is actually a very good question. 16 is a cost based on building a pipeline. Like there's offshore drilling. You want to build a pipeline, but there's a cost more to build in the sea rather than in the land. So you want to find out a way to build a pipeline. This is an actual life example. of application. So let's say go to 13 and 16, 13, 14, 16. They're all real life situations. Okay, so let's start with 14, but because there's a different one. There's a harder one because this one is a cylindrical shape. And we are gonna speeding up more faster once we finish this. Because we are a little bit behind, we're gonna catch up. So a lot of you guys need to make sure you keep up with the homework, otherwise you're gonna fall behind very, very quickly. Because we're gonna glide through the integrations, and we're gonna go to the calculus 2 integration as well. So not only the calc 1 integration, we're gonna have to go to calc 2 integrations. So we're gonna glide through those integration stuff. All kind of integrations. You got inverse trig integration, you got e to the x integration, you got natural log to the integrations, you got derivative as well. So those are things you make sure you go through. So look at question 14. If you can do it, 14 and 16.
Could you zoom in on the book?
Sure. So I would think about question 13 is definitely on the test. So you want to go back and look at how to do question 13?
This question 13?
Huh?
This question 13 is the one the other worksheet.
This question 13. Yeah, the one with building a fish tank. Yeah, that one I did on the video. And that one Nisha and Luke solved it the other day with 3x3x4, I think. It was 3x3x4. And I think total cost is $330. Yeah, that one is on the test. But you can do another training at 14.
Is that 24 pi? Oh, cubic inches there.
And also we'll give you a test review for the Thursday one. For the Wednesday one. So it's gonna be a test review for today's homework. It's on Wednesday's test. So that one just increasing, decreasing, rule theorem, mean value theorem, find the interval, find, yeah, just whole curve sketching things. That's Wednesday.
You said that's today's homework?
Yep. I give you the actual test of what I've done before. That way you can see what the test will look like.
Wait, what's the name of the one?
Today's homework is going to be a review sheet for the Wednesday's test. But optimization basically based on those two worksheets. If you finish early 14, I want you to go to 16 as well. But 16 is going to be a little bit harder. Well, firstly, if you don't know how to do 13, you really need to go back and how to do 13. 13 is more closer to the test questions. 14 just an extra practice. Some people says, can I give you extra practice? There we go. And maybe each person should verify with each other what their primary equation is and what the secondary equation is. Anybody got an answer already? The answer is going to be R equal to 2, H equal to 6,
Oh, I see what.
and the total cost is going to be 5.65. And you guys got to figure out how to do it in between.
Oh.
Oh, that's it.
Plug that into the original. Oh, I got already just did it. Nice. Wait, let's see. You're supposed to do continue. Let's see. Yeah. Wait, yeah, it's point years or just, it's 2.45 by 7 goal. Bobby. Bobby did it.
Divided by the sign.
And the cost is. That's good. Basically, Bobby's a secret. No, I'm the diabetic. And at least we have it installed. Yeah. Plugging on each individual part. Thank you.
What's supposed to be an answer?
The R is equal to 2 and H is equal to 6. 5.65. Did you get R? You did?
I
Good.
got 2.8 for R.
Mhm.
So, but then for the price, I'm getting the right answer.
How did you do that? We got the right of it.
Oh wait, what was the answers for number 14 again?
14 is r equal to 2, h equal to 6, and cost is 5.65. Luke, you got it? Does anybody want to do on the board? You should wait. We should wait. You guys got it?
Yeah, me and Bobby are together. We'll go back.
Mandy, you got it?
Optimization. It's the math class.
Parts of this term.
Yeah, the primary equation. What?
What the fuck?
Yeah, discover the. She said that you haven't said that. Okay.
Don't bully him.
Hey, yeah, I just have to rewrite it. Okay, it won't leave you.
I like the tag team.
No, but I got the cost for all my books. Okay, I'll do the job.
There you go. Anybody don't understand what's going on? Matthias, do you understand?
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
Okay, so the thing is that the H is gonna the secondary is gonna help you reduce to one variables, and then you go from there. It really depends on what you're trying to optimize too. So it really depends on what you try to optimize. In this case, you're trying to optimize the cost, and that's you had to build your cost equation. You try to optimize that. So pretty much the same routine is gonna happen throughout different situations. It really depends on what the question is given to you. So yeah, so you should go back to understand how to do dirting. And dirting is a little bit harder is because, I mean, not a little bit harder, it's a little bit different. And it's going to be the same process because you try to understand the process. You're not trying to memorize how to do a problem. If you're trying to memorize how to do a problem can change. So that surprise problem will get you. I can't really tell you what the surprise is.
Please,
No.
pretty please.
No.
The chair number.
You had to pay me. I don't take George Washington's.
Yeah, the 50
You
cent coin.
take. I didn't mean George Washington.
I take it Benjamin Franklin's.
Go to JFK.
Huh?
Go to JFK.
JFK doesn't work. Okay, let's try to do another cost questions, and this one is going to be a little bit different. So this is building a pipeline. Building a pipeline. Now this one is not going to be on a test, but if I put it on a test, it will be extra credit. No, then the surprise is not extra credit, but this will be a extra credit questions. They say the offshore whaling is located at the ocean at a point W, which is 6 miles from the closest shore of A on a straight shoreline. The oil is to be piped to a short point B. That's 8 miles. So then you have to find all the information. There's a cost here. And you're trying to minimize the cost. Now this one's a little bit more intense. So if this one put on the test would not be a fair question, I think. But the definitely the surprise one is a better question than this one. This one's really, really realistic happen in the offshore drilling. That's why they're building pipelines. It's always about reduce the cost for the oil company. and that's why they are like one of the richest company in the world. Chevron, BP, they can spill a lot of oil in the Pacific, and so it'll be okay because they have a lot of money to pay for it. Um, yeah, and they just have some leak in the West Coast too, cause the West Coast beach is all polluted. Um, yeah, I mean this is the part I don't, you know, I really don't like the oil companies. But then you build electric cars, then electric battery is causing just as much pollution, really. So it's like, huh?
Give up. But I can't deal with it.
Is that what you said when you found out your diabetes?
Where's point B?
Point B is right here at the end. At the end, you see A and the B all the way to the end.
Yeah, but then it says P.
What?
The P is, so it's supposed to go to point P, then from point P go to point B. Point P is just A and B.
Oh, okay, I see.
So it's more expensive to do it under the water.
Yeah. And this one has something to do with if you have a cut off a wire situation, you want to think about that 8. You want to think about the relation, the point W to the len. Okay, and how do you phone that relationship? So the part is phoning the relationship. Is not a part of doing the math problem. The math problem is actually pretty easy. Like anybody can do it in here, as long as you know how to do power rule, then you're okay. But the problem is set up, right? How do we set up this kind of situations? Yes. You already answered? You already have answer? How much time we have? Is your answer 6.803? It's almost $1 million. Yes? Okay, how much time we have?
12 minutes.
12 minutes. Do you need 12 minutes or you need 5 minutes? I'll let other people think 5 more minutes and you do the explaining 5 more minutes. Is that okay?
No, we only have 5.
We don't have 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Are you sure you have the right number, Nisha?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we do.
Why we only have 5 minutes?
It's 11:01. We leave at 11:06.
Nisha, that's a very awfully quick. Okay, let's do it. Nisha's gonna do that questions.
Like on the board?
Yeah.
So the water flows from this and then it goes from this. So I have a find the using the line number solve this, then 36 is like square root. So the cost will be and we will minimize the cost, so we will do the differentiation. Because this will be the constant, so it will be 0. The only thing is left is minus x, so it will be minus x.
Very impressive. Good job. Thank you, Nisha.
Like, maybe this is like.
Accommodation? Yeah. Good job. When are you going back into the class?
No. I will back to
Okay.
my vector divide is my friend divide
Just disappointed in you. Birthday to Gabby and our birthday.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Okay.
Nice. You know, yeah.
You do okay. Okay. That's the hard part is set up. It's not I think anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Just
I used to do my hair.
Logan, I'm so proud of you. You showed up like almost 4 days in a row.
Oh, thanks.
Almost 4 days in a row. I think Logan's not gonna show up for all on testing.
I'm sick right now. I don't actually know.
If you don't show up, it costs everybody 5 points. So. You did?
No.
I'm sorry, I didn't. Oh, the one, yeah, I'll send it to the students.
Okay.
So what do they have to do?
So I think I'm gonna explain to them so they know. But basically, we're gonna be which is big companies.
You do this every year? How long do you need to explain which day?
I can explain it. Thursday and Friday are the days.
Call my third period of the house and anybody else besides them.
Okay, cool. So, and,
How long does it take?
me to explain. And, Thursday and Friday,
Because I have a lot of small plots. Is that possible? Like you could market a large plot? I mean, unless you want to go combine every period. I have a couple here only like 6 people in there, so it's almost not worth it to comment. Like I tell my
I know, but like, for me, the students are.
They don't know what they don't know what percentage is.
Yeah.
Roughly.
And it's not just math.
Students, 1 minute remaining until class.